and welcome back to Opally Hour and day 2 of our Christmas shop build, and this is how we're looking so far. So it looks awesome. Wish mine looked quite as neat with this box sitting nicely in here, but it just doesn't at this stage, unfortunately, and I don't think I've missed anything. Although it does look like they've got all their wires so neat and tidy and things like that. That is not how this has gone down for me, and I don't see that there's anything to put in here yet to hold everything in place either. So I'm sure it will come, unless I've missed something. I'm pretty sure I haven't. I don't see anything that I could have missed. I think it's meant to be pulled up a lot more than what I have, and things like that, but I will sort that. Right, let's get on with getting some more stuff done to here, and hopefully we'll get up to the second floor today. So we are starting on step 11. Let's get to it. Alright, so step 11, which is this a sticker? I don't know if this gets cut out or how. Well, let's have a look at what we're doing with it. So this is going over it, like so. So I think we have to cut it out. It's not a sticker. There's just one of these. I almost lost this, by the way. I found it right at the bottom of the box. Almost like, I'm sure it wasn't there in the first place, and it's just me moving all the pieces of wood to get parts out, and it had gone to the bottom, so we're lucky it didn't get all creased and folded and stuff. So will that be enough, or do I really have to go right to the edges? Alright, it's enough on the long ways. Oh, not lengthways, other way round, I think. Oh, I can't remember what I even said. Okay, let's move that out of the way. So, first things first is to glue this on the back here. I guess we're just to take off the whole thing, otherwise it's going to have that black line showing, isn't it? And so this will mean that we're going to have a light reflecting through it. So I've had my tacky sitting there upside down for a moment, so I wonder if it's enough to get some out. I got a new one, but you know, try not to waste it if we can help it. And I like tacky because it doesn't run, so you have it goes where you tell it to go. I like to be more precise, but I tried that one, so I tried to put it in one of the things like I used for wood glue. It didn't work at all. It almost needed it on the edges, but not on the top. Okay. Maybe I should have left that edge on. I don't know. Okay, and then this goes underneath this piece on this side here with the paper on the inside. It's probably going to move until it's secured. So it slots in. It's definitely moved. Come on, mate. Go back over. Like I said, probably could have done with leaving a little bit on the edges, on the sides of it. But that, my friend, is what we end up with. So it's really cool, doesn't it? No, you know, it really doesn't. You know why? Wrong side. Wrong side. Doesn't help one iota. Let's try it that way then. Let's put it in the right way. Let's put it in the right way first. Gosh. Worry about myself. Oh, I lost my tab too. That's on me. I thought it'd be a lot easier to get out, obviously, than it was. I didn't even see that it had broken off. So I'm just going to pop that through. And I just use a bit of wood glue on there to hold it in spot. Actually, I'm going to leave it in. Okay, so it's going to have the... Get myself... I can't leave it in. It's going to be on the wrong place. Okay, so pop dip you in, get any glue excess off that front. What a plonker. Honestly, I mean, how difficult could it be? It was one piece. I should still be enough glue on there, but still. And pop a little bit of wood glue on this corner where it should have caught. A little bit on that edge here, like so. Okay. Reasonably happy with that. Enough that it can wait at least. Okay. Alright, and that'll take a moment for the wood glue to take effect. And we will move sort of step 11. Now we get to turn the page. Better check it looks like theirs. Now it looks like theirs with a colour on the back, but it's still going to look really cool. I worry about myself. Yes, I do. Right, then move the tacky into that pot. It's moving around so it can remain upside down for now. And we will move on to step 12. So I've got quite a bit pulled for today, so I am hoping that we can get through. And I've been really quite happy with this. Don't think I'll be needing the scissors again. And I'm going to be using those last. Although technically we could put them on first. Let's do that. And they could be taking a moment while we get the rest of it put together. Let's put some tiny bits. These applicator bottles you can get on Amazon, they're pretty cheap. Perfect for when you've got big bottles of like wood glue. Like I said, I tried them with the tacky. It did not it did not bode well. It's too thick, I think. I don't know if it would work with beacon. Maybe it is possible. And then we have our picture frames just going to go on there. It's a shame there's no pictures on it though, isn't there? You would have thought there would be, but there isn't. Maybe, oh, it's just like the railings you get in some libraries, is it? I've seen them, where it just has a bit of decor. The Disney Doll's House had it when I made that. It had a lot of walls where it had these like little pieces like this. Okay, just make sure that's lined up as I move them totally out. Well, had it better before I tried to be smart and sort it out. Okay, let's put that to one side for a second. We're going to need it quite quick, but it can have a second or two to take. Okay, so first things first is taking this piece here with this one, making sure got like the decor on the inside. So up this way, you know, two top and a bottom and another one, and it looks like so this is slightly different angles, so you've got a smaller to the edge and then a longer gap, so you want the smaller one going on the furthest away from here, so like so, and you want the decor pointing inwards, so should work like this. So you've got this, then we are going to put this on the end here with the decor pointing outwards this time. It's making like a counter, and then you want to make sure your tab on this one is pointing upwards, and the same with this one, like so. So if you put them on the wrong way, you'll soon know because it won't all line up. And then we put the back on, which is this piece. So go careful with my bit I glued. And it doesn't need gluing or anything like that. It doesn't say it needs gluing other than the frames. And it will go on like so. Nothing else is glued, so it'd be quite manipulative when we put it on the model, and that will be that. So just put that to one side. That's how we're looking. Okay, it is how we're looking. Double checking myself here. So we got this, we got that. Now moving on to another piece, and this is also a frame which we are going to be gluing on, I believe. I'm going to put this one together first. So it is decorative. We want that outside to be the decorative part, like so. This one's a lot looser than the others have been. The back of it isn't decorated. It's definitely looser. So I'm going to glue that. If you want to be speedy with your glue, you could use something like B7000, something like that. But I have a moment and I can always take a little break. Expecting a food delivery. Tesco's to come very soon. Oh, they just arrived, look at that. So I'll give this a moment. So what I'm going to do while they're getting ready to come is put in, oh, I want to pass on the outside. Oh, one will be on the inside, okay. So this is the way it's meant to be. And I'm going to quickly put this frame on because it can be starting to take while I sort my food shop. Go give the man a hand. Well, kind of. Bless him. Okay, I'll be back in one tick. Okay, whew, worn out now. So, then, what we do, let's have a moment, is making sure your tabs are down, we put our picture on the front, and it goes on where the board side is. So we may not have needed to have glued that, by the way, because even though it was loose, it's probably not such a big deal when you put this piece on, because you'd have to have glued this piece anyway and it would have held it all together. So me not looking forward enough, I think. Get the pin in, make sure it's up the right way, so you don't want it all the way to the bottom because of those tabs, but you want it something like so, and that's going to be our little sign. And I can see it's not straight, and let's get that sorted. Now it doesn't have, in the picture it doesn't go all the way to the bottom, it doesn't go down to all the way down to here, it's a little bit higher than that. I'm not sure why, but let's play that game, and if we turn it around we can make sure that we're reasonably square, which obviously we're not. Pop that to one side. Okay, next, we will be putting some of these parts on very soon. Next we have a few bits and pieces. We have a wreath that's going to go around here, which already has a nice decoration on, but we are going to cover it up like you do. So, and then also on here we are going to put our bells like it has, and also a top part here. Okay, so let's get three of those three decorations on even. And like I say, for speed you could use other types of glue. B7000 probably very good for this. Tacky would work as well, but being a bit on the lazy side this morning, I don't feel like getting that through. I'd like to give a shout out too, it's Luna's birthday today, which I think is awesome. She's having her astronaut party, and if you never saw the video about what she did, and she was talking about her astronaut party and who was going to be coming and who wasn't, which was all very cute. And this one on here, which this doesn't, it's going to have to go over the edge, otherwise this doesn't fit. Oh, it goes up that way. Okay. So it does have that mark on there, so I think that's what we're meant to be following. And then we can push our bell back in. And there's glues on top of here. So it's could have put the wood glue on here and it would have started to have dried to make it a little quicker. And it's at this point now that we are going to be putting on our base. So I'm going to give this a moment to make sure nothing slips and slides too much when we put it all together. Just make sure it's even at the bottom. That's going to be your important part here, because you don't want it going over. Okay, and that's how that will look. Blue stains and all. I have all the right things to get that glue off rather than my hand, but sometimes, you know, it's quicker when it's wood glue. So easy to come off. Okay, and then we are on to step 13, where we are going to be putting in some of this stuff. So I'll leave this one to last. It's going to go here, but I don't see what else it's catching. I think it just sticks on. I don't even think it attaches to anything. Oh, it attaches to the wall over the door, so it's going at an angle. Interesting. Okay, if they say so, it must be true. Right, but we can put this in, which is going to go on this side with the picture face forward, like so. Nope, one piece. Oh, I didn't join the two together. Well, am I meant to have? Evidently. Huh. Okay, so first of all, go back to step 12, and we are popping it into here. So, like so. I did not see this. Ah, what a plonker. And ease them in. It's not so easing in here. Yep, that one's almost in, the end's almost in. There we go. Where's this side to go? Oh, I just can't get this end quite in. It needs to kind of come out a little. I just want to put it on afterwards. It's definitely stopping this whole thing. There we go. And I'll push that back in. Oh, goodness. I like a good fit, however, it's being rather awkward. Okay, move that glue piece out the way. There we go. Right, and now it's not, you know. Where's that part gone? This is a tight fit. Right, give me a moment. Wow, that was full force. Okay, we got it in. Now I'm going to wood glue these two together a bit. Put a little bit on here too, down the bottom. And here, and I'll put it in the form, and then it'll just be holding in place. Was a tough fit. Took more muscles than my body wanted to give. Basically it said no. Okay. Alright, now we'll be putting this in here, this tab, and these two back here. I've centralised me. So in these. It won't be that easy. see either. Okay, that one's lined up. This one's in. Almost. Oh, that'd be easier without that basket there. Gosh, it is a tight fit. I will give it that. Ain't going anywhere. Good English there. Ain't going anywhere. And then it looks like that this piece just sits over the door and it's got a tab here, so it makes you think it's going into something. Oh, it is. So there is a mark here and it goes in there. Okay, so the door is, oh I see, so they got it at the door is opening on the right. It looked in the photo when I first saw it that that wasn't the case. I moved the reef and let it go. There you go. Go back up. There we are. So that's how it's looking. I'll break a bulb. I heard it crack. Hopefully it wasn't the bulb. Makes me nervous. Okay, should I check it? Probably. Let's do that. Let's do a quick check. Maybe I should leave the batteries in while I'm putting everything together. I'm messing around near everything. I can never work out how to open this one. Okay, give me a sec. Alright, it took a minute. Just want to make sure I didn't break that bulb that was underneath it when I was applying pressure. I'm sure it's fine. I hope it's fine. I'm just going to leave them in now. Okay, so where's my touch switch? Okay, we're okay. Alright, and this we're not putting in yet, so that's this done, and that's the end of step 15 already. I mean, how cool does that look already? That looks pretty awesome. Oh, holy macaroni, what did that clock do? I'm glad I spotted it now. I was well off. I'd knocked it good. And the time on it is 11:55. It's very crooked. There we go. Alright, put to one side. Next is step 16, which we won't need this part for a moment. I won't be needing it soon along with that. So making a small lot of steps. So we are, did I write on the back of any of them? I don't think I did. I thought I realised it was obvious, which it may not be quite so obvious. Okay, so this piece facing forward, so all the colours are facing the same way, goes like so, and then this piece goes underneath, like this. It's quite nice, isn't it? And then taking this, it goes into, do I need this yet? It goes into here. Okay, it's got 3 on this one, so let's put it in this one first, because we do have 3 tabs, so it's only going to go one way. Wow, this isn't helping, is it? Tab, tab, tab. Gosh. Still doesn't overly go in. I think what I'm going to do is, looks like the big ones on the top. I'm going to make it on there because my brain can't compute as to how it wants to go. Just having difficulty. Okay, this one has to be the bottom. So let's point you outwards. Oh my goodness. Well, it's on this side anyway, so that would explain a few things, wouldn't it? So go that way. This one. Obviously wanted to put it on the back there. Okay. So with the colour facing, you do it this way. What the heck? Do worry about myself. I probably had it right the first time. I just couldn't calculate. Okay, like so. And then this part on top with the decal on the outside. So it goes like this, and it just goes into the one tab, which is here. Okay, and then we have this one that's going to go on top, and there's just one tab here, and one on here and over there. Is that right? It is correct. So that's going to have a tab on the outside as well that we're not using yet. Okay. Push this in. Little tool is not that helpful for that sort of thing. I do have a bigger one to hand from another build, so I might pull that in yet, and then we're going to put it on our base. So our steps are going to face outwards, and they are going to go in 1, 2, 3, 4. So, which makes the decorative side facing where there's maybe a wall going, I guess. This just goes into the side here. I reckon we could have put the lights on after the event, you know. It would have been more safer. We have not taken account of liabilities, and then we put this one in, which is going to go over here, by the front here. I thought it was nearer the steps actually, and this is step 17. And then we're going to do the next set. We're about half an hour coming up. If not a little over, but close to half an hour. So I reckon we could do a bit more if I can ever get this in. Gosh, it might be one of those that you want to build on the base. Okay. In you go. Okay. Whew. I feel like I'm having a workout, guys. sure it's up the right way. I know I hadn't left the wood glue long, but still, I could have pretended. Look at it on the back, definitely crooked. I don't really see a reason it can't touch the floor. Now it's in. If it helps for guidance. It looks so crooked. This whole thing looks crooked. Right, now lift it. Okay, let me sort that, go and get the next set of bits. Alright, one part I'd actually missed off 17, so let's knock that out. Is this part here, and it goes into this tab. So let's turn it around. So yeah, it goes into the single tab here. And I'm guessing another wall's going to go into this one. So, isn't that going to hide some of the stuff? Actually, you won't. You know why? It's front view, isn't it? Gosh. I mean, there is tight. And there is tight. Gosh, it's on the move. Alright, so that is now 17. Okay, now we can go on to 18. So I'm going to put this to one side again for a little bit. And we are going to make a sideboard, I believe, and another wall. We can guess where that wall's going to go, can't we? Okay, so maybe I should test fit it. Maybe I should test fit it because it's going to be tight. It's going to go on the other two on here. I'm going to take this off to do so. Otherwise I'm going to knock everything. Try to clock again from my wreath. That's fine. And this one's going to go in here, the other way. Okay. If they go in once, then it'll be a lot easier another time around. So let's pop that one back on. And it shouldn't be too loose. It's only if you put them in several times that they become a little bit too loose. Oh, she says that she's struggling to put this one back in. There we go. Move along. Okay, right, back to where we were. Don't need that. Back in to building this bookcase. So we have a 40 going to go on the back, bottom. So this one here. Nope, this one with the, gosh, it's tricky to see because it's quite dark. I guess we could tell. So it's got a long side and a short side, so the long side going in here. With it facing outwards, maybe would be good. Doesn't show which way around the colour should be. Okay, and then the other one will go in here like that. Oh, sorry, like that. So the colours will be like so. Is that how they want it? Doesn't say. How's it going to be viewed? It's going to be viewed from the front, so I don't think it's going to really matter. And in fact, if I put it the other way around, we're going to have the same thing anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. Then we put in our shelf, which is this one, which will go in here, like so. Is it easier to put both sides on? Makes you wonder. Okay, then this one goes in here, like so. I wrote on the back of this, but there's no reason to write numbers on the back of this, or on the sides, come to that. They do have their sides on the other way though. Okay. I don't think it matters, but I did write on the back of them, so might as well try and do it right. So 12's that side, 11 this side. And back to where we were doing, which is this one over here. Which you can't do what I was trying to do and hold it flat because of the tabs. Okay, then we have this one going onto the top with the tab all facing backwards, because that's going to go into our wall that we just test fitted. And this is all still steps 18. The steps are getting somewhat longer now, and we have this very pretty part going to go in here, like so. Just push that in, which it says. So it's like so. And it goes in. And then the sideboard bottom goes in here. It's like a dresser, isn't it, more than a sideboard? It's definitely tight fitting. You can hear that wood clicking in place. Okay, put that to one side. Onto the next pot, which we are back to more shelves. And it took me forever to find these. They're inside of one of the frames we use. Did not realise. And we want them facing forward. So this one this side. You really want to go in there. You do. You're the right piece. I wrote on the back again, assuming you're not going to see the back on this. Gosh. I mean, I think things should be tight, but, and I'm sure for most people with hands which work well, it wouldn't be a problem, but obviously I'm finding the task a bit tricky. I need to get my bigger one of these to push things in. Still not all the way in. Come on. This is like a little toy sack maybe? Gosh, don't damage it. You can still go. Okay, let me go with a bigger valve. Okay, let's try this. I still can't get it fully down, but I think we're good enough. And then followed by this one here, which 41, which is this one. Maybe it's the opposite one. What do you think? Maybe it's this one. I think it is, you know. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me get this one in first, then I have to get that one out. Maybe that's why it was giving me so much hassle. I reckon that might be the case. Okay, whether I can get it out or not is a whole nother story, so leave it with me. Gosh, what's the effort? Oh, this one goes in this one. So you want it with the two square holes, the piece with the two square holes, not the one with like a little slot and a square hole. So this one then goes in here. Funny enough, so much easier. This one, which is little antlers, go in here, like so. There we go. Alright, that's done. Phew! Okay, that was step 19. Now we are on step 20, which is this piece here. So this goes in this way. Okay, got 2 tabs here, one on the top, 2 tabs. Let's get that lined up, and hopefully, no, yep. There we go. Is that in? Nope, it's not. Oop, knock the shelf out. Okay. That's not helpful, is it? It's the shelf that has the tabs. Okay, it's lined up. Gosh. I'm sure no one else is going to have as much problem as I do putting these things in. Can't even take it off to do a test fit to make sure it all lines up. I mean, it's looking like, if I look at the back of it, it looks like it lines up to where it's meant to go. I'm obviously just being a bit wimpy. Right, give me a sec. It was the effort. So this part that I got from another build, but it has a pointy bit, that said, even that broke. So hey, what can I say? I tried. Right, then our shelves, the one with the 2 large ones go up here. Shame it didn't have decor underneath, but I suppose you're just going to see it from the front anyway. Make sure I got it right. It is all a bit tough to play. Okay. Not wanting to break this, just going to give it a little bit of a ease on inside the shelf. So I'd rather put a bit of glue on because I've made it too big than break it trying to get it in. Gosh, getting a workout, guys. Didn't think I needed one, but you know, when models become really tough. Right, and then this one. I'm shaking my head here, like, how hard can this be? I need to be doing my strength exercises more. Mind you, if I carry on making all these models, I'll end up with muscles. Be able to enter into Miss Universe or weightlifting or something. Probably not, but whew. Okay. Right, step 20. Oh no. Oh, it just came out. Okay. Alright. We can put that back in. Thought it had broken. That came out. Okay, that's actually quite a loose fit, so I think we can put a tad of wood glue just in the bottom of you. Okay. Wood glue which caused a bubble of glue. A little bubble going on. Okay, next. Gosh. We are putting a little bit of decor on here, and you can see everything that where it's going to go. So you've got 2 wreaths, you've got a bar, you've got a bell. I have 5 things here. This is step 21. Yep, 2 wreaths, that's right. Bell. Oh, where's this go then? Oh, this goes up here. Okay, so let's get some wood glue going. So it's kind of got the decor on here, so all we're doing is basically making a 3D effect of these areas. Okay. And that just gives it a second or two to become a little bit more tacky. So let's try and get these ones on first, up this way. Okay. This one. And then I believe it's going to go in the model in the next step. And then this is pointing downwards. Yeah, so you want the lines here going down, so it's somewhat central. So, I mean, it's pretty. I actually think that the decor and the colouring on this is lovely. I overworked my hands, they're shaking now. The effort was real, guys, what can I say? And then I'm going to give this a minute to try and really take before I put it on the board. And then this one in here. Such cute decor. And the bells. The bells. The bells. What movie was that? Was it The Hunchback of Notre Dame? I think it may have been. And that's how that looks. So let's give that a moment or two to take. Get the little purple things and just get rid of some of that. As I get a cotton bud. Wanted you. Even though it will dry clear, if it's lumpy in places, it will show us still dry as a bit lumpy. This doesn't look that straight to me. And then you may see it. I mean, wood glue is pretty good at not showing when it's dry. Make sure you guys are all reasonably straight. See, that one's loose now after all the hassle I've had of putting these in. I do not want them to come out, so I'm just going to put a tad of glue at the bottom on both of them while I'm at this. Do all of them. Oh, let's not do that. See this one, slightly different shape to the other one. It's in the right spot though. I guess they're not meant to be identical really, because if you buy a wreath from a store, no two are going to be the same. Well, they shouldn't be unless they're mass produced, but you go to a market and they will be individual. Let's get rid of any excess from where I stuck those down. Right, let's give that a moment, and then we will put this on the model and we will continue with step 22 and then hopefully move on to 23. Okay, I think that's had it long enough. Let's get that on here. And so, like we knew, it goes into here. And with the tabs up, so we got it the right way, so I don't know what that's going to be for. Which is kind of interesting because it goes over it, so. And then, as we thought, it goes into these two. Oh, okay, off we come again. Just not going to risk this at all. Come on. Oh, it seems such a good idea as well. There we go. Okay, so let's pop that in there. And then I'll put it on. I'm curious as to what this was meant to be for, because I haven't seen anything for it. Oh, there's a space right in front, so it goes behind it anyway. So it's wobbly. Okay, make sure everything I've stuck on is okay, and we are on to step 23, which will finish up page 12, and I think that's where we'll probably finish for today. So we are making the main stairs in the build. I have put part numbers on the back of all of these, and we do have a decoration which goes in this one here. And do I put it in first? It's tricky. Let's put it in first. We'll see how that fares. And you want it that the tabs are towards the front of it. It goes like that. They have snow inside this house, and if you look at all these steps, it looks like snow, doesn't it? And then we do it on the other side, and this one goes. Let's put the one above it. I think B2. Let's find B2. Oh, well, that was handy. That goes in here. And then 3 next. Oh, okay. So it shows the step would be good. This one. I know what I was trying to do. This is going to be really loose because I can see this tab's a little bit off. So let's put a bit of glue on there. Could just be a little bit. Just split the tab bit when it came out the form. And of course it would be the one with the ornament as, you know, expected. And then 5. Really want to put them in the opposite way. Or not at all. Hey buddy, I know, it's just a little bit shy. Wood glue soap straight into it. Okay. 6. The weird thing is, why does that one doesn't look right, does it? No, because it's not. Or at least I don't think it is. Which makes it push forward, by the way. Doesn't seem right. Not the decor would be that big on it to push forward. Oh, it is according to the picture. Okay. Oh, I don't know, this one's... This one says 3 too. What did I do? Maybe this is 8. I think this is 8, not 3. Come on, let's ease you out. Can't read my own writing. Pens. Don't blame your own equipment. Maybe there's a difference in size on this. That is always the hope. Go on. Let's pop this one in then. Okay. pushes a bit better now. Okay, right, where did we get to? 6. So 7. 8, which I thought was the 3. Just hope that they're all in right. I worry about myself though. 7, and last one, 9. So it'll kind of stick out the back a bit. So let's look at the completed one, other than that one not being in. So that's kind of how it looks. Which is how theirs looks, so we stand a chance. Okay. And then pop the other side on, which has this larger piece on the top. It's going to be interesting. See if I can manage this without breaking anything. Makes you wonder if that hook, no, the hook was meant to be at the top. Okay, right, where was I going? I don't like it. It just doesn't line up right for my liking anyway. And it kind of goes in like this. Let me have a look at this. Okay, it goes with the decoration on the inside, even though the picture definitely looks like it's on the outside. But at least will fit. Maybe you just don't see much of it. And then it goes in fine. Once you line it up. Come on, top one. How can you all go in except for, oh, that was not 100% in. There we go. Almost there. Okay, and then we have our steps. So we'll call it as that for today, and that takes us to the end of page 12 and step 23. So this is what we have. And it doesn't go on the model yet, so it seems a good enough spot to stop at. So, and that'll give it a chance. It's just weird that the decor's on the outside on this one and also on this one, but it is right because those two lines match up to what the picture says. So should I paint this side? It does make me think I should. I couldn't swear what's going to be seen and what isn't, but let's give it a little bit of colour, I think, just in case. In which case then should I have done that inside part? Maybe. Chunky markers. I had to get some ones specially for wood because I had no like wood colour ones, so I kind of got a set of different shades or different types of wood. And this one is cherry. And I'm happy with that. It does make me want to do the inside of that. Let me go do that. Alright, so in and out, no problem. So painted on the inside, and even if it doesn't show, I feel happier, and if it does show, then I'm glad I did it now, because it would have been a bit of a issue doing it at any other time. And this, although we're not putting it, oh hello lights, well that's okay, this will go somewhere here. It probably attaches to here actually. It's probably going to go something like so, but it's not there yet. We will be doing this top area before that. So bright light and all, but that's so far what we have. Let's get rid of that light so it's not quite so in our faces. Okay, you can go behind the door. Alright, so that's what we have done so far. What do we have coming up? I know it's probably gone over the hour now. We will be installing the steps. We're going to be doing the landing, this top floor here, doing some balcony, and then we will be doing another floor, I think. We're doing another section where we're putting a Christmas tree and some windows by the looks of it, and a snowman, big snowman, and then we will be doing a panel. Not sure where that goes. Let's have a quick look. So we're going to be doing another floor with a balcony, with some lots of decorations, which is kind of cool, and we will then be attaching it, I believe, over here, on top of here somehow. Up here maybe? Oof. Yes, I think up here actually. It's going to be nice and tall. And then we start on a rocking chair at the bottom of page 16. So assuming we get that far, we finished page 12. So I think we're on great guns to getting quite a bit done. So if you have any comments, please do leave them. I really appreciate it. Always get back to you, but it does mean the world to me. That hopefully my content's helpful to you and you're enjoying the videos. Please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. Again, appreciate you all. But most of all, take care of you. Take care, guys. Bye bye now.